So good evening, everyone. Uh, Thank you for coming. This is actually my first time giving a talk here in New York, so I'm incredibly grateful for this opportunity, especially at this place. My name is Mojmír Zálešák. I come from the beautiful city of Brno, but my family moved to Prague a long time ago, so that's where I spend most of my life. And now I study here at NYU Stern, so New York has quickly become my second home, and I'm loving the experience so far. During this talk, I'm going to try to explain why I actually moved here and why I believe I got accepted into one of the top business schools in the world. 5 years ago, and this seems so long ago, but I set myself on, or set my eyes on studying in the US. And with the reason for this kind of being simple. I loved Hollywood movies and food. But on a more serious note, I also wanted to make my parents proud because they always strive to send their children to study abroad because that's something they didn't have the chance to do because of the communist regime. And so as an international student, I kind of knew this little dream of mine wasn't as easy as one may think because the acceptance rates to many of these top institutions fall well below 5%. And so I knew I had to formulate a plan that I would have to stick to and stay dedicated to in order to increase my chances and stand out of the crowd. So how did I do it? Well, at first it was kind of a blurry and a freestyle, but because as a high schooler that was kind of trying to figure out what he's passionate about, I kind of tried a little bit of everything. But my life really changed when I was walking down my school hallway and I saw this flyer for the Wharton investment competition with a $5,000 prize fund. And let me tell you, for a 15-year-old, $5,000 translates to a lot of video games and fun. So it was a nice incentive, and I tried my luck, and unsurprisingly, we got eliminated in the first round. Looking back, I don't know why I thought we had a good chance, but again, I was a naive 15-year-old. But this competition kind of enlightened this fire inside of me, and that's why I joined the newly formed investment club at my school called NPIS, which fell under the umbrella of a larger organization called ECONET, where I now am the president of, and we are one of the largest student-led investment and financial organizations in Czechia with over 220 members. But back to the main story. At this point, I was eager to learn everything there is to know about investing. But after 2 more failed attempts at the Wharton investment competition, I knew I had one last chance to prove to myself I could be at least somewhat decent in investing. So I put everything on the line, and I'm glad I did. Because we became the most successful team in Europe's history, clinching the 3rd place out of approximately 3,200 teams, which put us on the forefront of basically every major media outlet in Czechia and completely changed my life. Because I went from sitting behind a school desk to doing interviews, podcasts, being on national TV, and all these other crazy stuff that I didn't even dream of. And it was also during this time that I realized the power of media and all the opportunities that opened themselves because of it. Because that's exactly how I got in touch with one of the most prestigious investment banks in Czechia, called JNT, and Slovakia as well. And I held an internship position there, and now I sit on an investment committee of an investment fund called JNT NextGen, where me and a bunch of my friends manage over $14 million. But during all of this, I was also kind of trying to expand my horizons and try new things. So I spent one of my summers at Harvard studying law and macroeconomics, and that's where I came up with the idea to start or co-found my first business called Sportegy Futures, which is an agency helping talented Czech student athletes get into prestigious universities under scholarship programs. And even though I sold my share in the company just recently, it was an eye-opening experience, and it also yielded a nice return. So as an investor, I was pleased with that. And also during all of that, I also focused on still playing squash on a competitive level. So I made the national team, I made the NY team, and I also became the ambassador for Technifiber, which was a great success to me. So as you can see, I had a wide variety of extracurricular activities, but one thing remained, one thing remained true. And that is the fact that despite the main motivation, main incentive initially being to strengthen my CV, over time I realized I wasn't chasing success. I was chasing happiness and fulfillment. And I truly believe that if you apply this approach to life, the success will start chasing you. And I was fortunate enough to experience some of that success over the last 2 years, being on national TV, becoming the high schooler of the year, or even being listed on the Forbes 30 under 30 list. And kind of with that, I would like to thank you for your attention and open up the floor to your questions.